Welcome to Lake Louise. So I'm taking you up to the Lake Agnes tea house, away from the crowds of Lake Louise. And I thought on our way, I'd regale you with a tale of misadventure that happened last summer, not far off this trail, while I was attempting to get to a peak, and a little piece of semi-pro advice. So as the tale goes, one day last summer, I decided to hike to the top of Mount St. Piran, just a nice mellow peak. Thought I knew where I was going, did a little bit of Google research, figured everything out here is super well marked. I know the area, we're good. We were not good. Turns out I accidentally hiked to the top of that big Mount Niblock. Unbelievable. It was actually quite early on in the hike to what I thought was Mount St. Piran when I saw a guy coming down wearing a helmet. And I thought, psh, baby. But I remember being in the thick of it, thinking, I could really use a helmet right about now. Kind of cool, or cold. So this is the tea house. It's closed for the winter season, but we're gonna stop and have a snack anyway. I mean, not a bad view. A little geography lesson, shall we? In front of us is Lake Agnes and the tea house. Over here, we have Mount White. Then behind this thing here is a glacier. So you walk along the top once you get there, and eventually you get to Mount Niblock, which you can't even see the peak from here. It's so far back. So we climbed a mountain that day instead of this itty bitty hill that a small child could climb called Mount St. Piran. That brings us to our semi-pro tip. If you're doing any kind of hike or mountain climbing that you don't know off the back of your hand and you haven't done 18 times before, bring a map. And not just a cell phone map, because cell phones die. Bring a paper map with directions and landmarks. And hey, if you've hit this, you've gone too far. Bring a map.
All right, we made it back to the truck, pitch black. So in all, we did 11 kilometers, and it took us about 3 or 4 hours because, you know, I like to stop and take videos and pictures, and that's just how I roll. Good night.